Welcome to the weekly Turtle WoW News with Vrograg Radio Edition. I'm your news anchor orc, Vrograg Fishlayer, here to bring you all the top server news for the week of August 19, 2024. Let's get to it. I'm the orc, and here's the news. Top news this week. After weeks of being down, select parts of the Turtle WoW web suite are back up and functioning once more. Players can once again enjoy the Turtle WoW database, video catalog, web-based radio, and other sundry informative web pages for new players. Remember that in order to donate through the web portal or listen to the radio, you need to be signed in to the appropriate account. The only features that are still missing from the Turtle WoW webpage are the forums, bug tracker, and the Turtle WoW Armory, which, as part of the announcements, are said to be returning soon. While players wait for those features to return, there are some things to keep in mind. If you have ideas for feedback, you might consider sharing them in the Discord for the time being in the relevant channels, or holding off until the forums are back up in action. If you see or experience a bug, you can report them to the support channel to receive guidance on whether to keep them in mind for when the bug tracker is up, or, for major bugs, keep the team informed so that they can try to fix it in the next changelog. In teaser news this week, the community enjoyed sneak peeks into newly rendered zone maps for both Hyjal and Wailing Caverns. For those who have ventured into the revamped Hyjal area, the map was little more than a labeled version of the original vanilla map and did little to show some of the key areas added and expanded upon by the Turtle team. Not to mention, not having the best integration with add-ons. The newly rendered map by the art team looks great and contains all the little details that players are looking for in their zone map exploration. The map for Wailing Caverns comes as part of a sweeping effort to expand some of the vanilla dungeons. The community will enjoy new wings, caves, etc. for vanilla dungeons, and those areas will be reflected on in the player's dungeon maps. Also of note is that these maps will have labels for various areas, both old and new, because getting lost in dungeons, while a time-honored tradition, doesn't need to take longer than normal for the DPS that shows up late to find the group. As far as class change leaks, there was nothing released in the teaser channel this week. I did see a few posts that I thought might have been new leaks, but sometimes community members and even team members like to occasionally joke around. And while I might actually know if they are true, because I am on the Community Class Change Council, I'm going to play it safe and not confirm anything until it's officially acknowledged by the team. Still though, there are no official dates on when the patch will be released. Acklix did appear on an interview with a YouTuber named Verdict, where he characterized the release of 1.17.2 as near future. If you'd like to catch the interview for yourself, check out the content channel of the Discord to find a link to the video. That's all the time we have for top news this week. Until next time, I've been Vrograg Fishlayer. Thank you for listening to Everlook Radio, and remember, the deadliest weapon is knowledge. Welcome to Market Watch Radio Edition for the week of August 19, 2024. I'm your market analyst, Vrograg Fishlayer. All our data is gathered from numbers provided by WowAuctions.net, the industry leader in auction house reports. I throw it all together to make indexes of various market sectors, as well as the S&P 200, an index of the 200 biggest and most influential commodities in the economy. Let's crunch the numbers. First to Tel Aviv. The Alliance S&P 200 had a down week, falling from 6 gold 8 to 5 gold 74, a 6% drop. The Horde, meanwhile, was booming. On August 13th, the market jumped from 6 gold 50 to 9 gold 45, and ended this week just a few silver short at 9 gold 40. This means the Horde market had 45% growth this week alone. This variance in price between the two faction markets is the largest that's ever been seen since April, when the Alliance market had one day above 10 gold while the Horde market sat around the mid 5 gold area. However, that only lasted one day. While this latest market trend has Horde hoisted above the Alliance market by 4 gold or more for several days. Looking to specific markets for more information, many industries finished the week within a few percents of each other, including enchanting, eco, mining, skinning, essence and elements, and herbalism. The biggest variance was seen in fishing. Both markets fell in price. The Alliance was down 45% to 18 gold, but the Horde only lost 17% to 28 gold. While this comparison likely only tells one part of a larger story, Fishing is generally indicative of raiding activity due in part to Stone Scale being so instrumental for tank and melee PvE consumables. It should also be noted that Horde mana users struggle more with mana sustain because they don't have the benefit of Blessing of Wisdom. Current data supports this, as Raw Mightfin Snapper doesn't even appear on the Alliance market for the last few weeks, while dozens are often seen on the Horde market. Overall, this data indicates that there is going to be a lot of up-and-coming raiders active and gearing on the Horde side of Tel Aviv. The S&P 200 captures many data points that aren't reflected in other market indexes, so this variance in the S&P just indicates that the Horde market is growing faster, and likely when market arbitrage starts kicking in, the two indexes will start correlating once again. Now, for investors, you should always double check what items are going for on either side of the faction war. Even if you have to pay a surcharge for the Goblin currency exchangers, there still might be money to be made. Happy investing, Tel Aviv. Over on Nordinar this week, the S&P 200 showed moderate growth, up 6% to 9 gold 11. In the profession indexes, mining was down 29%, herbalism fell 5, skinning remained flat at 1 gold 30, tailoring likewise stayed flat at 1 gold 22, fishing gained only a few silver to 17 gold 1. The only profession index showing appreciable growth was in enchanting, which climbed from 3 gold 65 to 3 gold 85, a 6% jump. Much like with Tel Aviv versions of the S&P 200, the indexes didn't reflect much of the more market general growth. This could largely be reflective of last week's S&P 200 downturn, and prices are correcting to bring the index closer to a 9 gold valuation. But as the weeks churn on, there is likely also an attitude of players hoping for new content losing interest while 1.17.2's release date remains unknown. Trying to discern how the market is affected by this versus normal price variability is hard to tell, but savvy investors know at times like this, prices on certain items will be lowest before a mad rush of interest floods the market with higher prices following a patch release. In the spirit of looking forward, I have constructed a new test index just for gems. This is in anticipation for the upcoming jewel crafting profession. Of course, I don't have a crystal ball to see how certain items will be in demand or not, but I put together data from 14 different gems that exist in the game in hopes of showing future market analysts how the profession shaped the market. According to this new index, which only goes as far back as mid-June following the jewel crafting announcement, when I started tracking more of the low-level gems, the market has slowly lost steam. The index lost around 50% after the wild speculation bubble following the initial announcement. Furthermore, there has been a server-wide ongoing event where certain gems are being found in additional loot tables, which has flooded the market with even more gem availability. Though speculation is an imprecise science, the valuation on these gems from blue sapphires to the lowly moss agate are likely to increase in value, even if only moderately. So if you can't get a price you like for them on the auction house now, it might be a good time to hold and seek your profits after 1.17.2 is released. That is all the time we have for this week's Radio Market Watch. I hope you found some of the information here useful. Make sure to use wowauctions.net for all of your own market research. Remember to keep an eye on your coin, otherwise someone else will for you. Back to your regularly scheduled program. Welcome to Turtle Wow News' Community Bulletin, Radio Edition. I'm your host, Vrograg Fishlayer, here to bring you all the community news and updates on events going on in your community, for the player and by the player, for the week of August 19, 2024. On behalf of the Turtle WoW community, I would like to congratulate the Spanish Language Guild Conquistadors on having their first full clear of the Dread Citadel Naxxramas on the 13th. I will now embarrass myself by trying to congratulate them in Spanish. Felicitaciones a ti, eres un crédito para la comunidad Turtle WoW. Turtle WoW is an international community, and I think it's great to celebrate all the different cultures that make up this community. Great job. Over in the RP world, the Order of the Silver Hand looks to have a busy week coming up. On the 21st, their order is hosting a 9th Call of the Silver Hand, an event gathering any righteous heroes of the Alliance to congregate outside of Northshire Abbey at 6 p.m. server time. Though the event is naturally aimed towards more holy champions, any organization allied with the Silver Hand may send heroes from their ranks as representatives for the affair. There will be prayer, speeches, and meetings before culminating in a recess at a feast hall for the gathering. If talking and meetings isn't your roleplay style, on the 23rd, the Silver Hand will also be hosting their 6th Tourney of Valor at Northshire Overlook at 6 p.m. server time. This will be a role-played combat tournament utilizing roles to ascribe the level of success or failure of actions taken in combat. Demonstration will be provided, and any of those friendly to Silverhand can participate for the 20 gold peace prize. Perhaps this recent activity might be of particular interest to those same holy rollers. On the 17th, reports came in of a massive uprising of Scourge who attacked and razed parts of Moonbrook in Westfall. An eyewitness who commented on the condition of anonymity claims that a certain Dark Master Alucard was witnessed committing to a ritual to bring back undead abominations to attack the surrounding countryside, and likely add unwilling folk to his army. Survivors speak in whispers about the noted organization and tactics employed in this most recent assault, and citizens of Westfall are now locking their doors at sunset in fear. So be on the lookout in the roleplay channel, because you never know where they might strike next. Over on Telebim, there was a notice posted for those would-be Twink characters to organize for Battlegrounds. Some players love the restriction that lower-level characters can bring, and have studied the unique battle meta of gearing a level 19 character for maximum power. If that's you, and you're interested, then be sure to check out the post for access to Telebim's Brawler Club Discord to see about organizing and getting your own level 19 Twink set up today. One quick note about Telebim and leveling: if you enjoy the normal XP curve and not running out of gold every time you need to buy class skills, you can use the command .xpmode space 1. The command will normalize your XP gains away from the 2x bonus native on Telebim and allow you to enjoy a more thoroughly vanilla leveling experience. Whether it's events, pugs, or just general fun, Turtle WoW is more than a game, it's a community. So do your part in continuing that legacy by getting involved. I've been Vrograg Fishlayer, wishing you all a fun week on the server. Loktar Ogar. Vrograg Fishlayer here, keeping you up to date and informed about all the latest changes and adjustments coming to you through the Changelog. Today we'll look at the Changelog for August 13, 2024, which hosted a measly 3 separate changes. Word from the team is that in the future more substantial bug fixes will be coming with the re-establishment of the bug tracker. So for now, let's check out what changed with this week's Changelog Roundup. A recent strategic miscommunication issue was rectified for Horde players recently. Evidently, the messenger pigeon system, letting Horde command structure know about the ownership of towers in Eastern Plaguelands for the quest Bolstering Our Defense, wasn't working. As it turns out, Horde HQ was using Orcish for coded messages, but one adventurer working on behalf of the Horde chose to send the messages in the Troll tongue, which caused players to not get credit for capturing the towers. The errant troll has been reprimanded and all communications are back on Orcish for now. A cease and desist order was handed out to Azeroth's International Alchemy Guild. The potion in question was the Limited Invulnerability Potion. This particular potent potable has been in hot water before for its "you won't take damage guaranteed" labeling, which advertisers had to take down due to the damage limitation being on physical typing only. Well, now a recent batch of potions was recorded as removing the Death Wish debuff, something that is not legal according to the guild's own rules and regulations. It turns out those same advertisers who were upset about the previous litigation were trying a new guerrilla marketing campaign, but it seems for now this potion will keep debuffs intact. And finally, a real brain teaser of a change came to the server. Now players will no longer be able to unequip a weapon while under a disarm debuff. This is to help thematically represent a player having dropped their weapon. This measure has called into question what really happens when a player is disarmed. Do they truly drop their Thunder Fury on the ground? Can I pick up that Thunder Fury? If they can't unequip the weapon, then surely the Thunder Fury must be up for grabs. However, it seems that this was just a small coding oversight, and that the lovely Thunder Fury that is very much there for the taking is in fact not available for anyone to grab. That completes the Changelog roundup for last week. This week's Changelog may be out soon, so make sure to keep an eye out for it so you can keep on top of all the latest adjustments coming to Turtle WoW. I've been Vrograg Fishlayer with Everlook Radio, reminding you all to stay informed because the deadliest weapon is knowledge.